All right, we are live on YouTube. How's everybody doing today? How are you all doing today? I hope the stream is coming through clearly with audio and video. It looks like YouTube's been having some bandwidth issues on the app. I don't think it's the network in my area, but I hope you can all hear me clearly and see me clearly. First of all, I want to apologize for the late start. I had a few unexpected things pop up, non-YouTube related, right before I was going to go live, and the bee almost just went right in my face. So I had to take care of those things. It was unexpected. And all is good now, all is well. And all is quiet on the Western Front. Hope your day is going well. Hey, Coach J. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome one, welcome all. I'm really beginning to feel the positive energy coming to Coach Eli land. Let's just call it that, Coach Eli land. And you know, after the stream that I did last night, which by the way, folks, the stream is once again publicly available. I'm great. Hope you're well today. Yeah, I'm doing well, very well. Thanks for asking, J-Rom. Appreciate that. The stream I did last night was about an hour and a half long. And if you missed it, go back and check it out. It's the previous video before this one here. I was just, thanking a lot of wonderful people that my lady and I have connected with lately here through Coach Eli's land, or, Coach Eli land, however you want to call it, right? And there was something that happened on the stream that I thought was captured by the camera, and I had to put the stream to private for a little bit to sift through the video and make sure that nothing went out that shouldn't have gone out. And that's why I also run a 1 minute delay. Sometimes you don't realize those things until after the stream, but it's back publicly available, and check it out. And GLM, welcome to the mod crew. Hey Eli, RMP, and J-Rom. GLM, welcome back to the mod crew. And you're here to stay. I'm not removing you ever again. And that's a promise. Just like I've made a promise to never copyright strike anyone again or flag anyone again. I've kept my promise for many months, and I'm keeping my promise to you. And I'll share more about, why I modded you. Thank you for modding me in your chat earlier today, GLM. I really appreciate that. But I'll share more because some people are going to probably wonder, even the good people that follow us here are going to wonder why GLM got her mod wrench back. Now, there are a few other people that I'm holding off on for a little bit. If you don't have a mod wrench yet, please don't ask for one, and you folks will get mod wrenches when the time is right. I've got my own method. My lady and I have our own method of who we moderate and how we moderate and when we moderate, etc. Just know that whether you have a mod wrench or not, as long as you're allowed to chat here and able to chat here, we love you, we respect you. But having a mod wrench is a greater level of, it involves, giving people a greater level of access to your channel that not everyone will get. Yeah, J-Rom, you can come and go as you wish. No problem. Maybe one day you and West Coast 206 Pinoy will be mods again. But you can come and go as you wish. Not a problem at all, sir. But anyway, check out that stream from last night. I may have forgotten to mention a few people. J-Rom, I think I forgot to mention you. I know we've had our ups and downs and back and forths and all that. But I really appreciate the fact that, hey, I think finally we have enough of an understanding to, to be able to participate in some events out here on YouTube together, especially here. And I appreciate your maturity, and I just appreciate you in general, man. I'm getting into that mood of that stream from last night. It was a pretty emotional stream for me because I met a lot of people on this platform over the last 5.5 years, and I've had lots of experiences in just trying to keep good people together and grow together. And many of the people that I've, met, we've bounced back and forth, but I think that's done with. I think it's over and done with because I think you folks better understand how YouTube works now. And so do I. And we can all move forward and grow and prosper together exponentially. Thank you to J-Rob for asking you to unblock me. J-Rob's a wonderful man. And I appreciate that about J-Rob too. But my lady and I, we've been talking about you for a while, GLM, and here's the thing. I think I mentioned this last night, I'll say it again. My lady relates to you, and I think you kind of relate to her as well. You both have a very similar attitude. You ladies are good women, and sure, we've all done some crazy things, and I've let those bygones be bygones. Now, our trolls and haters are going to question the fact on, why I'm letting someone come back into my chat that, drove to my town playing the song Murder on My Mind. That's all been said and done. And the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because, CGLM, I can let bygones be bygones. And I can also understand that to a certain extent, everybody was trying to have some fun and entertainment, and people were still figuring out certain things about the platform. But that was then, and this is now. And I've personally chosen to let bygones be bygones. And if other people aren't happy with my choices, then that's on you, right? I make the best choices for me. You make the best choices for you, right? My lady really relates to you, GLM. I think the way you both relate, you both are good women. You both have your sweet side, but when people cross you, you get into mama bear mode. And trust me, GLM, my woman's gone into mama bear mode for her kids. Even to this day, even though her kids are older and grown, your kid's still young. But if somebody messes with your real life or your family or your kid, you're going to go into mama bear mode. And that's respectful. And that's what my lady respects about you. And that's what I respect about you and my lady. The park is 15 minutes away from my dad's Grace. It wasn't much out on my way, to be honest. I go there to see my pop's grave. Well, God rest his soul, GLM. I didn't know that. And thank you for sharing that. At least you never had people get paid from a sponsor in Texas to come and spit on my father's grave, right? At least they haven't done that to you. And see, you know what? I've even forgiven that motherfucker. I have. I've forgiven everybody for everything. In order for me to have done that, I had to come to such a level of peace within myself. And I had to basically just forgive myself first to forgive others. My dad passed 2 days after my wedding. Yeah, I heard about that. I gave my condolences again to you, J-Rom. But GLM, yeah, you know, I get it. I totally understand it. You know, part of, you know, being able to run a real YouTube channel and run something that's meaningful, you got to learn how to deal with the other side of YouTube. You got to learn to deal with people that don't like you and disagree with you and are just going to fight you on everything, right? You know, there's a video that came out by Sean Cannell. If you guys don't know who Sean Cannell is, he is the owner of Think Media. He's based in Las Vegas, has a great wife, he's in his late 30s. Him and his wife just had their second kid, when initially they never thought they were going to have kids. They've had 2 kids over the last few years. He runs a great company. His Think Media channel, I think, has close to 2 million subs, if not over 2 million subs. And he's growing his Think Media podcast channel, which has almost 70K subs. And he put out a stream a day or so ago where he was talking about, you know, don't be afraid to press record and just start recording on YouTube. You know, he said it's never the right time. You just have to start. And I agree. It's never the right time. You just have to start now. And what that means, folks, what that analogy means is that if you don't start, you're going to just keep telling yourself it's not the right time, it's not the right time, it's not the right time, it's not the right fucking time, right? So if you look at it from his standpoint, it's never the right time, so just start now. Don't worry about what equipment you have or don't have. Just start doing it. You'll learn that along the way. We all have. Now, I've always been a tech expert, so that helps, right? But if you look at my content from my former channel compared to the quality of where it's at now, I've tremendously increased my quality, and I've invested good money into my production value. West Coast 206 Pinoy. Well, not everyone has the courage to get in front of a camera, Eli. I know that. But here's the thing, Fizzin. West Coast 206 Pinoy, aka Red Pill Fizzin. We're going to help everyone get to that level. Because you know, all it takes is uplifting and supporting people and motivating them. Just like we did with Autism Mom for 2. And she started creating content. Just like we did with Casey. She's wanted to lose 30 pounds, but she felt like she didn't have the time to get her walks in to do it, right? To get her exercise in. Now she's doing it. She was afraid to ask her husband-to-be, her fiance, to walk with her after work because she didn't want to drain him any more than his job does, right? And I said, just ask him. Because if I was that guy, I would support you in that way if that's what you wanted, right? And she did, and now they're walking almost every day. You know, in life, if you want to accomplish something, you just have to start trying to do it. And you may fail many times, but you just got to keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. That's all it is. We all have smartphones nowadays. Most of them can do 4K, some 8K, right? Even the dinosaurs can do at least 1080p. So you got, you know, you've got a video recorder in the palm of your hands. Use it. And while the onboard audio typically sucks compared to external audio like I always use, onboard audio has gotten a lot better nowadays. Just use it for now. And as you go along on your journey, you'll start making some more money and you can buy more equipment and you'll learn how to up your audio and video game and your production value. FYI, losing weight is 80% diet and 20% exercise. 30 pounds is achievable without exercise. Well, of course it is. But there's one thing that exercise does that being sedentary doesn't do, Coach J-Rom, and that's kicking those endorphins to make you feel good, to motivate you to get other things done, right? Or to motivate you to even eat less, right? You're right. It's about calories in, calories out. And on these walks, yeah, I may be burning about 300 calories, right? But if I still overeat and I walk, I'll still gain weight. You're right. But these walks clear your head. They kick in those endorphins. And they put you in a good mood, which just helps every other aspect of your life, your relationship with your partner, your friends, business contacts, etc. My primary reason to walk beyond staying healthy and fit is kicking in those feel-good hormones, those endorphins. I was already performing raps live on public access TV back in the 90s, so being on YouTube is nothing to me. Yeah, you had experience like I did. I also did podcasting, and I was doing videos before I started doing YouTube full time. And when I was a little kid, I used to pretend to be a DJ in my bedroom because I really liked how the DJ sounded back in the days. 99.7 FM, X100, this is Super Snake. That was Michael Jackson's Thriller with Vincent Price, right? I used to love hearing that radio broadcast voice, right? And I knew that one day I wanted to do something in that aspect where I was entertaining people, but also helping people at the same time. That's why I think I need to bring back one of my mottos from my former channel. And that's, here we entertain people while throwing down truth bombs. We entertain people while throwing down truth bombs. That's what we do. So I think I'm going to bring that back. Tam, how you doing? Good morning, Eli. Oh, sorry, good morning all. Getting ready to walk out the door to go to work, so I hope you all have a great day. Well, thank you for stopping by. Give me a second here. Give me a second. All right, can you folks still hear me and see me audio and video? I just want to make sure. Can you still hear me with audio and video? I want to just make sure. God rest your pops. J-Rom says GLM. I forgot you did, but thank you again. Yeah, no worries, man. You know, when you go through something traumatic like that, J-Rom, you're not going to remember everyone that paid their condolences. It's okay. And there are a lot of people out here that we all know, so, you know, I get it, man, but I appreciate it. You know, I've gotten to the point in my life where I just really don't get mad at anything. Because I know nowadays when people forget something that they normally wouldn't, it's because of the way the modern world is. We are so overly consumed with content at the speed of light that, you know, we've got these smartphones with a shit ton of notifications and we want to get back to everyone, but it's just not possible. By the time we do get back to them, you know, it's like we may have missed something. And that's okay. I have an understanding to that. I've learned to adjust and adapt to the modern world. I'm not too thrilled about the way it is because I loved the way the old school days were, but nowadays we're consuming information like 100 times faster and greater than we did in the past because of social media, smartphones, the internet, 5G, fiber to the premises. Like, we got streaming video. We don't have to, we don't have to get cable anymore. We can just stream shit to our homes, right? So I get it. I totally get it. But thank you again. Loud and clear. All right. Let me see what else is going on here. I promise to never abuse my wrench. I'm not worried about it. GLM, honestly, listen. I'm really not worried about it. I'm not. And here's the truth of the matter, GLM. Regardless of what anyone thinks, everyone's done some crazy shit out here on YouTube, right? Everyone has had their moments, right? All I've ever done is try to protect myself and defend myself, and that's gotten me in trouble. It got me in lots of trouble just trying to defend myself because I allowed people to trigger me and say things that I've been cut up, mashed up, in every way possible, and people still regurgitate that stuff to this day, and I just don't really care. But I'll tell you, GLM, I've always thought that you were a decent person, and when I first met you, you actually had more than half a brain than the average person that I connected with outside of our connection when we met through the Growth Stream community years ago. And you have your opinions. Yeah, you do. And some of them are on the same page, some are different, but that's okay. I've never had a problem with people having a difference of opinion. But it's how they handle that difference of opinion that matters to me. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Do people respectfully disagree or do they disrespectfully disagree, right? And now here on YouTube, some people even pretend to disrespectfully disagree on purpose just because it creates a back and forth of content. And I've learned how to stay away from that too. Because that's just a waste of my fucking time, Just laugh at the haters. Your haters are especially obsessed with you. It's weird. GLM, that's not what it is. What it is they're getting paid to come at me. That's all it is. And I'm not going to say anything more, but I think you know the story, and that's okay. And I've even given these creators my blessing to continue doing what they're doing. I'm not going to copyright strike them or flag them for guidelines. I haven't flagged anyone in ages, and I won't do it ever again. There's no point. I just do me. It's not a big deal. Because see, here's the thing, GLM. What I've learned to realize is that if there are people out here on this platform that truly violate the terms of service, it doesn't take anyone flagging them to take them down. The YouTube artificial intelligence has gotten so sophisticated, it'll take you down on its own. Salute Coach Eli, 07. Hey, VP Gloves, how you been, bro? Welcome to the show. Great to see you, man. How are things going for you, man? You doing all right? Hope your day's going well, brother. But that's the thing, GLM, is that I'm like you. I believe in God. And I believe that God has a path for everyone. Right? And I believe that God works in mysterious ways. I also believe, in the song that Garth Brooks sang, and I believe wrote too, unanswered prayers. Some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. There are reasons why my time hasn't come yet on YouTube. There are reasons why it's taken a while for me to grow. There are reasons exactly why I'm where I'm at in my life. It's all part of God's plan. I put my faith and trust in the Lord. I have been well, and I hope the same for you. Yeah, I've been doing great, brother. My lady and I are doing very well. Yeah, my lady is just taking care of some things, and we're continuing to, move forward. At some point, by the end of the year, beginning of next year, we're going to move in together, and just really further the amazing relationship we have. And we're going to continue to move forward and help each and every one of you get what you want. And we want to lead by example. We want to share our life with you and show you that you can have the same thing. You can have whatever you put your mind to it. Or your mind to, I mean. It's all a growing and learning process. Wow, congrats, that's awesome news. Are you talking about my lady and I moving in together? Yeah, no, I've been talking about that for a while, but I know you've been doing your thing, and that's cool. Not a big deal. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll tell you this. My lady, she's too smart for her own good. She's more intuitive than I am. And as women are going to be more, the woman that has the least amount of intuition is always going to have more intuition than a man that has the greatest intuition. Because women's intuition and instinct biologically has always been better than a man. Because back in the days, they had to choose the right man for survival because women couldn't work. They didn't have the same rights they have nowadays, right? And even though the world's changed with women being independent and liberated, right? Women's biology hasn't changed. Women still have the same intuition. Nowadays, they use that intuition to take advantage of thirsty beta males and siphon their pocketbooks. Because these guys are so beta. And quite honestly, I used to be mad at women that did that, but now I'm more mad at the men that allow women to do that because any man that's that pathetically weak to let a woman siphon your pocketbook and get nothing out of it, you deserve it. And when it happens to you one time, you learn your lesson. It happened to me in my younger days, and I learned my lesson, right? But there are some guys that never learned their lesson, and they keep making the same mistakes. So hats off to you ladies for using your intuition nowadays. And sometimes it's running a business that siphons money from thirsty beta males that are willing to give you godly amounts or ungodly amounts of money for absolutely nothing, not even a handshake. Nice, it's good to have a plan. GLM, aka Sam Hill, is a I thought you were going to change your name back, GLM. You're only allowed to change your name, I believe, 3 times in a 90-day period. Maybe you hit your limit. I'm going to marry my boo. I'm just saving up for his wedding ring. I'm going to get him the biggest rock. You know what? Go figure, GLM. You would be the modern type of woman that would do it the reverse way, right? You'd get down on one knee as the woman and propose to your man and buy the ring, right? Deep down inside, GLM, I know you're not like that. I know that you want it the other way around. You just poke fun at the way the modern world is. But what I respect about you, GLM, is at least you're one of the few millennials, whether you're a male or a female, I know you're female, right? But you're one of the few millennials that understands the way the modern world works. And you don't let it run your life or overly consume you, right? And I believe that's what my lady respects a lot about you. Because, yeah, like I said, my lady was following your content. I had told my lady I'd just get rid of all this drama shit, and she kept following you, right? And I'll tell you, she was telling me to watch a couple of your videos, and then I'm like, okay, she's right. Yeah, GLM is right. And at that point, I was like, yeah, she'll be back at some point. We'll wait for the right time. And then J-Rom, you went through J-Rom, and J-Rom extended the olive branch, and here we are, and I appreciate you folks. I really appreciate you folks being here. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Where's he going to wear that ring, GLM? Hey, Sandra, what's going on? Welcome to the show. GLM says, haha, Sandra. All right. Let's get right to it, and I'll continue reading the chat as we go through the show. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live from the San Francisco Bay Trail here at Bar Island in Redwood City, California, where the haters are welcome to come walk with me instead of talking shit about me anonymously behind the keyboard. Bar Island, Redwood City, California, right off the Whipple Avenue exit, right? Hey, I'm allowed to dox myself. That's not considered doxing. That's saying, hey, welcome one, welcome all. This is episode number 391. Episode number 391. And the topic today is surround yourself with positive and like-minded people and see what happens. One more time. The topic is surround yourself with positive and like-minded people and see what happens. I know many people in this world are struggling. They're struggling to find themselves first and foremost. They're struggling to find what they want to be, what they want to do for a living, especially when you're younger. Some people, even when they get older, they're not happy with what they're doing and they want to do something that's going to make them more happy, right? There are many people struggling internally. But at the same time, they're very, very capable. And everyone is very well capable of accomplishing whatever they want to accomplish, right? But what most people do initially, and some people get stuck in this rut, most people, instead of, surrounding themselves with positive people that are already successful in relationships, financially, and in other ways, they end up looking at those people that they want to be like as enemies, and they end up surrounding themselves with people that are going through the same thing they're going through, right? And while that may not be necessarily bad to just connect with anyone, but that's not going to help you snap out of your rut. If you surround yourself with negative people, if you're a negative person and you want to turn your life around and become a positive person and accomplish everything you want to accomplish, and you surround yourself with other people just like that, that's like pouring more fuel on the fire. The fire is going to start to burn brighter and bigger, and it's going to get harder to put it out, right? You're only making the matters worse, right? But why do people connect with other like-minded people in that situation, negative people? Because those are the types of people that will just sit there and talk about their issues all day, every day, and then they'll also talk smack about people that are successful and in a good place, right? And it gives these people a temporary sense of self-worth, which it's not really having self-worth, right? It's like putting a Band-Aid on the problem, right? It's not permanently fixing the issue. And, I used to get, involved with people like that in my younger days in the real world. And initially, when I came out here on social media to run my business, I used to get involved with those people. And whether it was in person or on the internet nowadays, getting involved with those negative people wasn't going to help me become more positive. It wasn't going to help me get on the right track of having everything that I wanted in life. It was only going to set me further back. And a lot of times, people get involved with negative people because there's always a lot of drama involved, and especially for women need to have their emotions stimulated all day, every day, like I've said before, right? So sometimes women don't have a problem, or many times women don't have a problem getting involved with drama because it elevates their emotions, the high, the low, and it keeps them occupied. With women, they need to be constantly occupied and have their emotions fulfilled in some way, shape, or form 24/7. And when their man's not around, like when I'm not around my woman to fulfill her emotions, right? She's got to find other things that will do that, right? And that's why she watches, fake reality TV, however you want to call it, fake real reality TV or whatever, right? Like Big Brother and these other shows, right? It elevates her emotions, the highs, the lows. It keeps her interested. It stimulates her, right? But even for ladies that are, going through that, right? If you want to be as successful as possible in this modern world that you're liberated, you've got to learn to minimize that and focus your effort on hanging around more positive people. Now, hanging around more positive people, yeah, it's going to feel good being around positive people, but it's not going to always give you that high and low that drama gives you, right? That's why, a lot of drama people, when they come across positive groups like myself, right? They say, oh, this is boring. This is boring, 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 boring. It's boring to you because you need the highs and lows of drama to stimulate your emotions. And that goes for some men too, because some men nowadays, they behave more feminine than women do. And that's another issue that's kind of messed things up in this modern world. The sexual polarity between men and women has flipped. Like women, honestly, like I've said, women are surpassing men at an alarming rate. Education-wise, career-wise, maturity. Like women are surpassing men, and they're not stopping, right? And then men are just starting to give up, right? Most men, not all, but I'd say the majority of men nowadays, more than 50% of men, have just decided to hand in their balls and say, hey, we just can't compete. Well, if you're a man that gives up that easily just because women have risen up and they're not as lazy as you guys, or lazy at all compared to you guys, then you're not a real man, right? If you guys are just as capable as women, or if you guys feel you're more capable than women, then why are women destroying you in every aspect of life at an alarming rate, right? Because you're allowing that to happen. You're just not showing up being the best possible version of yourself you can be. And that's because of the people that you decide to associate with, right? You're surrounding yourself with a bunch of weak, needy, pathetic, immature, and insecure beta males like yourself well into your 30s. And then you wonder why women won't give you the time of day, right? Then you wonder why women are out earning you, right? You wonder why women are surpassing you in every single way, because women are taking their lives much more seriously nowadays than men are. Not all men, don't get me wrong. I've got some good men here in this chat. I'm not pointing out any single person, but the majority of men nowadays are in this situation. Some drama is fun, but not how far some folks go on here, says GLM. Well, I agree. I agree with that, GLM. I agree with that. I mean, look, it's one thing to have a conversation with someone and to agree or disagree with someone, right? Or, to basically share an opinion with someone and get their opinion and they can share theirs, right? The problem is the way some people play the game. It's their way or the highway. They're not open to your opinion, and it's either their opinion or the highway. And I'll be honest with you, I used to be that way in my younger days in real life. I used to be that way in my teens and maybe early to mid 20s or so. And like I mentioned before, once I started hitting my early 30s is when I really started to turn things around. And I really started to, respect people in different ways. And if I didn't like someone's opinion, I wouldn't get mad. I would just say, hey, you know what? I feel a little bit differently. Here's the reason why. But I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion, but I feel differently. Here's why. Right? But a lot of people, even as they get into their 30s nowadays, 30s and 40s, they never snap out of that rut. It always has to be their way or the highway. It's a beautiful day. Very beautiful day. Just going to take a moment here. Yeah, we started to get a little bit of green because we had some rain last week, but it's nowhere nearly enough. We need more rain. And I have a feeling that we're going to get a lot of it this year here in Northern California or all over California because we've been rather dry the past few years. So I have a feeling as we get into late November and early to mid-December, we're going to have some pretty good storms heading into January and maybe early February before it starts to calm down. So it'll be interesting on how I do these walks. Like anytime after we have a really, really huge drought, there's always a huge rainy season. That's how it's always panned out. Now, I'm just making a prediction. It's just my opinion. It's my prediction. But my intuition's been pretty spot on. So look for some rain here in California coming soon. Maybe I should become a psychic. Nah, I don't want to be a psychic. I just want to help uplift people. Let people know that, hey, you know what? You could accomplish anything that your heart desires. Anything you put your mind to. Hello, everyone. Sorry I haven't been here. Got personal stuff I'm taking care of. Hey, Autism Mom of Two. How are you doing today? Welcome to the show. It's great to see you here. Great to see you here. We're about halfway done through the walk. And we've been talking about surround yourself with positive and like-minded people and see what happens. What happens when you surround yourself with positive and like-minded people? Your life's going to start to turn around. Now, here's the thing. Most people are going to be involved in some form of drama in their life, right? And if you've been a part of some drama. Let's just say in the real world, you've been in a part of some drama, part of some drama, and then you let go of all that drama, and you start to hang around with more positive and like-minded people, right? And when I say like-minded, I mean people that are already at where you want to be, right? Not where you're currently at, because you're just leaving all the drama, right? So you're used to being around drama people. You're used to having the highs and lows of drama. Sometimes that includes yelling at your friends or other people you associate with, right, etc. Then all of a sudden you say, you know what? This is stupid shit. I need to remove myself from these people and surround myself with more positive and like-minded people in the ways I want to live my life and turn things around. Wow, that plane is a little low. But the airport's right there. Hey, Lewis Fuller, how you doing? Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome. Great to see you here, brother. Folks, please like this stream and share it out in your community tab. Share it out on social media and subscribe. Bang the bell, and select all notifications. Hey, Lewis, I got your messages regarding Rosie. And I know she's a mod here. I'm going to respond to you right here because I just haven't had time to get back to you. I've had so much going on. And to be quite frank, Lewis, and I know you're probably tired of it too, but this is the thing with Rosie, and I know Rosie could be listening, or it doesn't matter. Maybe Rosie will understand this at some point. I'll share that in a second. Let me finish what I was talking about first, though. So you remove yourself from this drama that you're used to. You're used to having the highs and lows of drama, whether you're a man or a woman. You know, when you've been around drama for years, you're used to the highs and the lows and yelling and always having something to do, right? Because drama will suck the life out of you. There's always something to do when you're sucked into drama, right? But when your life is at peace, there's a lot more time for rest and relaxation. And for people that are coming off of a drama detox, it's going to be like going from a high to a low, right? You're going to get that feeling of going from a high to a low, right? It's happened to my lady. It's happened to me. Like, I was involved in a lot of drama out here on YouTube, right? You get sucked into it, and then it's like it's hard to get out because when you're in it, it elevates your emotions, your highs and your lows, right? And it keeps you occupied, right? But then when you get rid of all of it, it's like you almost feel like you have nothing to do because you had so much to do before, right? But here's the thing. If you channel that same energy you put into the drama in a positive way, you'll always have a lot of great things to do that are positive, uplifting, and will move you forward in all aspects of your life. And that's where I'm at right now. I've got a great woman. I've got 2 monetized YouTube channels. We're growing with positive people. I've got great family. You know, I've got a lot of good stuff going on. But I'll tell you, a few years back when I was stuck in this drama on YouTube, it consumed my life. It affected my relationships. With people I was dating. It affected my relationship with my family. It affected my entire life. And then I left it and I had to go through that detox. I was like, oh shit, something feels like it's missing. Yeah, what's missing are the highs and lows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? Always having something to do, right? But the truth of the matter is, when you don't take any breaks, you get burnt out. Drama will burn you out. That's another thing that happened to me, right? And typically people start to remove drama from their life when they start getting burnt out from it, because it will burn you out, because it's a constant thing all day, every day, with the highs and the lows of the emotions, of your emotions and other people's emotions that you're involved with in that drama, right? In that particular drama. I'm doing great, says Lewis. Well, that's great to hear, brother. So when you start surrounding yourself with positive and like-minded people, what happens is you start to work through the drama detox, and then you start to fill your plate with positive things that are going to move you forward in ways unlike you could have ever felt or imaginable. And as long as you stick to a positive environment, eventually you will have everything you want in life. Relationship, business-wise, family, everything. Everything will turn around. But here's the thing. If you're going to start associating with positive and like-minded people, and you try to bring your former drama people into that group, then that positive group is not going to have anything to do with that. So this is the hard thing for people to do. The hard thing for people to do is to let go of the people that are, contaminating their life. They have a hard time letting go of the people that are contaminating their life so they can live a happy life, right? You can't have it both ways. Just like oil and water don't mix, drama and, a happy, positive life, they don't mix. Drama and people in a good place don't mix, right? And when I say drama, I don't mean, watching drama on TV, and talking a little trash every now and then. That doesn't mean you're a drama queen or a drama king. I'm saying there are people that just have so much hate within themselves. They have so much self-pity, right? That all they do is they go around, whether it's in person or on the internet, and project their insecurities on everyone all day, every day. That's drama right there. You can't have people like that. Here's the thing, Lewis, if you're still around. Listen, we all love Rosie Wren. Rosie Wren is not a bad person, but we all know her story, right? And Rosie Wren, you were saying, because some trolls out here on YouTube were trolling her, saying that it was because of her that her grandma died. We all know that's not true. And she knows that's not true. All Rosie's trying to do, Lewis, is seek attention. She's trying to get attention, right? The one thing that really, really upsets me, especially about women, because men usually don't do this. Some men will, but it's more so women that do this. There are women out there that will, pretend that they're suicidal. They'll fake being suicidal, right? Or they'll say things like, I'm going to off myself or something, right? Why do they do that? Because they know everyone drops everything for it, and it gives them attention. And see, I hate to say it, Lewis, but I think that's exactly what Rosie Wren is going through right now, whether she realizes it or not. Now, Rosie, if you come across this video, I have a lot of love for you. So does everyone else here. But, you've come around here many times. You've asked, how to handle the trolls and haters. All you got to do is ignore them. Ignore them. Because the trolls and haters are going to do whatever they can to get a reaction from you, to get you to leave YouTube or even something worse, right? And have there been some YouTubers that have offed themselves, respectfully speaking, because of trolls? Yes. But you know what? Shame on them. Because people that troll people to the point of where they take their own lives, those are people that I feel don't deserve to live, in my opinion. Those are really satanic type of people. And I got no love or respect for any of them. And I want nothing to do with people like that. Right? Those are the people that have no morals values and ethics, no morality, none at all, right? So the answer to the question is this. You know, how do we help Rosie here? We tell her to ignore the damn trolls and stop trying to seek so much attention by saying you're going to commit suicide when you're not. Rosie, you're not going to do it. You're not. You're not going to do it. It's not who you are. Don't use that to get attention. Because I take suicide very seriously. Right? And yeah, you know what, Lewis? I got your messages last night when you were sending me that. And I could have responded to you right then and there, but it wasn't that I didn't want to get back to you, Lewis. It wasn't worth my time because it's the same thing over and over again with Rosie. And there are people like her that do the same thing over and over again. I say that respectfully, Rosie, if you're around. I say that respectfully. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. I forgot to check the outside temperature gauge on my car before stepping out, but nice breeze coming off the water. Here's the thing, Rosie. You need to do exactly what I'm suggesting in this video. Surround yourself with more positive and like-minded people. And when I say like-minded, I mean people that you want to be like. You don't have to be exactly like them, but personalities that you want to be like. More positive and outgoing and fun, friendly, and decent people that aren't out to hurt people or say bad things to people, that are just really decent human beings and wouldn't hurt a fly. Beautiful. And here's the thing to Rosie out there. Rosie, myself and other people have tried everything to help you in the past. And it's not that we don't want to help you, we do, but we've tried everything. See, Rosie, here's the thing, Lewis, that you need to tell Rosie. Because right now, honestly, I like Rosie and she's awesome. I'm just frustrated that she keeps playing the same game, right? So it's going to have to be you. What you need to tell Rosie is that she needs to start participating in her own rescue. If she doesn't start participating in her own rescue by owning up to her flaws and faults, then no one can help her, right? Because if you can't even identify that there's a problem and the problem is you and not everyone else, then no one can help you, right? And it's the hardest thing to admit because, hey, I used to be in the same boat in my younger days where I felt everyone else was the problem. You know, I felt that my friends were being mean to me, or they just weren't doing things I enjoyed doing, or they just weren't doing certain things I felt they should be doing. The truth of the matter is, they weren't the problem. I was the problem. I was the problem. And until I got into my early 30s and I started to realize that any problem I had in my life was a direct reflection of how I was showing up or not showing up. You got to own up to your faults and your mistakes and learn from them and become a better person and become more understanding and loving and caring and start to give more than ask for. Always be a giving person because to those that give, they get back in return in the long run. You may not get back right away, but in the long run, you will get back the more you give. You know, my lady's on a tight budget right now. And she gave a friend of hers $50 in a dire situation. I guess apparently her friend was in a more dire situation. But my lady and I are trying to stretch our money as far as possible now. Because we've had a lot of unexpected expenses lately, right? But even then, and even though I wasn't too thrilled that my lady sent her that money, it's her money, I understand why she did it, because that's the kind of person she is deep within. She's a giving person. She would give her last dime to save someone else. What's there not to respect about that, right? And here's another thing you can tell Rosie, Lewis. You can tell Rosie that part of the problem she's having is she's expecting too much from this world and not giving anything to it. Tell her to start giving more to the world and not expecting anything, and see how her life turns around. When you give more to the world and don't expect anything, that's when you start getting things coming back. Right? No disrespect. I love you, Rosie. You're an amazing person. But you are coming at things from a very selfish standpoint. And this is what I do out here. I give tough love. I give tough love because you know what? I got tough love from my dad and my mom. More so my dad, but my mom did too, right? You got to start giving more to the world and expect nothing. Don't expect anything. You give to give, not give to get. But in this modern world with these millennials and post-millennials, right? In this modern world, people under 40 years old, 40 and under, they're being raised differently. They're not taught morals, values, and ethics. They're not taught to live their life by way of giving more and expecting nothing. Now, I'm not saying you continue to give to something if you eventually never get anything back. But you always have to go into every situation in life by giving, right? And if after a while you're given to a certain situation, whether it's a loved one or whoever it is or whatever it is, right? And if after a while, you're not getting any reciprocation, even though you're not expecting it, then you may want to cut your losses at that point. But you always have to go into everything with a positive attitude and a giving heart, right? And that's the problem why the world's so messed up nowadays, because most people are not living their lives that way. They're all about what can I get and not give, right? There are people that have taken from me all my life. There are people that take from me now every day, whether they realize it or not, right? And you know what? I'm at peace with all of that. People that want to take from me in any way, shape, or form and not give, more power to you, right? But deep within your heart and soul, it rides the line of morality. And whether these people that are taking from me or taking from you realize it or not, or feel any remorse or not, or show any remorse or not, they feel remorse deep within. They're really not feeling good about what they're doing, right? They feel they have to take from you as a survival mechanism, right? In some capacity, right? Does that make it right? No, but I get it to a certain extent. I just don't let things like that bother me, right? But if people are going to continue taking from me and not giving anything, right? Giving anything back in return, I'll just stop giving to them. That's all you can do. You can just pull out, like the pull-out method, but in a different context here. We've got 7 people here, 9 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out on your community tabs. Share this out on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Reddit's a good place. Instagram, or anywhere else where you have a following of people that you feel would get great value from positive and uplifting content that will help you accomplish whatever it is your heart desires. Hey, babe. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Are you back from your meeting, babe? Welcome. Great to see you here. Yeah, I got about another maybe 20 minutes left on the walk, baby. It's great to see you here. So, in a few words, babe, we'll talk afterwards. Did your meeting go well? Let me know if everything went well. It's all good. I don't know. I was thinking about doing another piece of content tonight, either pre-recorded or live here. I may just take the rest of the night off. I've really been trying to rest a lot lately, and I've been still recovering from the minor flu that I had a couple weeks ago. And that's what happens, folks, when you get the flu. Even when you start feeling better, it lingers for like another week or two, right? And it wears down your energy a little bit. So, just doing this hour, 20-minute, hour and a half walking stream and walking 3.5 miles, it takes a lot of energy to do it, right? That, along with being under the weather a little bit still, is going to just take most of your energy for the day. So this may be all the content you get here today. When you said, yeah, baby, what does that mean? Yeah, you got good news, baby? You've got good news? Baby, please tell me you have good news, because it's nice to hear good news from the woman you love. Because that makes my life a hell of a lot easier, baby. You know what I'm saying? See, another thing, doing these live streams, my woman can keep tabs on me when she's not around. I know you wouldn't do that, baby. I'm kind of joking, but it is true, baby. This is kind of like the best way to keep tabs on your guy when you're not around. Babe, stop for what? What are you talking about, baby? Are you saying to stop to keep tabs on me? Is that what it was, baby? I'm just joking. All I gotta say is, if you're gonna be in a relationship with a lady, you gotta understand the emotions are gonna be like that, right? They're gonna be like that. That's just the way it goes. It is what it is. Babe, today we've been talking about surrounding yourself with positive and like-minded people and see what happens. You start doing that, folks, and you continue doing it each and every day. Eventually, your life will turn around, and you will encounter so many happy and positive people in your life. You won't have time to even breathe, because they're all going to want to spend time with you or associate with you in some way, shape, or form. You see, being a positive person is infectious. It's just as infectious as the drama disease on the flip side. The thing is, it's much harder to stay positive than to stay negative, right? What makes positive people infectious is the fact that they can get to a positive state. So I get to a positive state of mind, which is what I'm trying to say, and stay there, like I have stayed there, right? Let me wait for this one guy to pass on by. Babe, can you elaborate a little bit more? Are you home, or are you driving, or what's going on? So this is the kind of stuff that really gets to me about women. Is they'll say something like, babe, stop, like on a live stream here, and then they won't say anything. They'll leave me hanging. It makes me wonder if I should kill the stream and call my lady and see, oh, no? Okay. All is good though, right, baby? Just let me know all is good. I mean, I can call you in about 15 minutes. I'm almost at the end of the trail. I gotta tell you, babe, those stretchy, that stretch tape you got, for feet. I'm using that right now to wrap my foot that has a sciatic on it, and it's helping it heal. It's helping it feel a lot better. Kind of like whenever you break your foot or your arm, they put it in a cast so that way it can heal, right? And it's the same concept. I must have sprained or broken something down there at some point. It just hasn't fully healed yet. And now it's starting to feel a lot better, having it wrapped up. I'm gonna go get it checked out again really soon. Just finish your walk. We will talk later, and stop putting me on the spot, please. Okay. Okay. It's all good. I don't have a whole lot more to say. I'm probably going to wrap up the stream right now, and I'll call you, babe, in just a few minutes. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to GLM for stopping on by. GLM's now a moderator here, babe. She was here earlier. Thank you to J-Ron for being here. Thank you to Lewis Fuller for being here. Autism Mom to 2. Tam was here earlier. She's on her way to work. And thank you to, who else was here earlier? VP Gloves Nation Fan Channel was here earlier as well. And West Coast 206 Pinoy, thank you for stopping on by. And anyone else that I missed, much love from Coach Eli. All right, folks, this is probably going to be the only piece of content you get from me today. Sandra Palacios is me. Oh, yeah. Hey, Sandra. I'm sorry. I forgot about you. I must have scrolled past you. I was scrolling through the list. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you for getting in there and reminding me before I go off the air. Again, this is probably going to be the only piece of content you get from me today. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications, and that way you won't miss anything. Also, make sure you subscribe to my main channel, Coach Eli. Elias, Melas, Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes. Or you can also access the link, especially on the replay. You can go to the description section a couple lines down, and that link is there. Or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. That's youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. Subscribe, bang the bell, and again, select all notifications so you won't miss anything. With that being said, have yourselves a great one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.